This is Joe from Prolific Audio. I'm here to show you how to modify the main unit. To start off, we pretty much have to take this top cover off. There's 3 screws we have to remove. Cover comes off, set to the side. You can have 4 screws here we're going to take out on this lower heatsink cover. Set that aside, drop the bolt. Okay, next step is to take this front black thing off. Pry tool. Alright, that whole thing slides off. Set that aside, we don't need that anymore. So now there's a bar here for the ribbon cable. You flip that up. Okay, you can pull the ribbon cable out at that point in time. You have this GPS or Bluetooth antenna. I'm not real sure which one it is. Be careful with that. It pries straight up. I recommend using plastic. I'm just going to use my fingernail. Comes up. Okay, now we're going to flip it upside down. Take these 2 screws out. Now we're going to flip it on the side. There's 2 of these screws on both sides. Take those out. Okay, now we can slide this whole chassis out. It goes forward. Comes apart like that. Okay, now we're ready to do the modification. Set this to the side, we don't need this at the moment. In the kit, they're going to get a 500mm ribbon cable. Blue side goes up. You're going to insert it fully into the ribbon card carrier. And you're going to, once it's fully seated, you'll see it won't go side to side, and then you're going to flip the bar back down and lock it in. Now you want to make sure this blue line is the same size on both sides. I can see it's a little closer on this side than this side, so I need to redo it and get it right. There we go. Now we got an even line, so now we're good there. So at that point in time, let's go back to this again. We need to take out the Bluetooth antenna. Number 2 screw down the hole. All right, take that out. Next step is to take the Bluetooth antenna we just took out. We will not use this screw anymore, we can get rid of it. And you drill this hole larger so our 1/2-inch screws will fit through it. Okay. So now we're going to take our kit that we get the ribbon cable in. We're going to attach this plastic by these 2 screws here. Bluetooth mic goes on the side of the ribbon cables. All right, now we're ready to put the carrier back on. So we got to get this in there first. So we go and snap that down. Okay, and then this goes on top. We're going to use the little black screws that have the coarse threads. There's 4 of them. Go ahead and put those back in. All right, so now put the ribbon cable over the top. I'll line this up here, oops, sorry, like this. On the 9500, there's a screw back here. The 8500 does not have the screw. So now we're just gonna we're gonna notch this here, get it so it's not pushing the ribbon cable on the back side. So I would mark it with a pen, or if you have something to cut it with, just take your cutters. I know it's right here, so I'm gonna give it a little notch. Okay, take a bullnose pliers or lineman's pliers. We're going to bend that bar up. Try to straighten the sheet metal back out again. It'll look something like that. At this point, I'd recommend using some Tessa tape on both the top and the bottom surfaces. And if you want to go around the ribbon cable, it's not a bad idea as well. Make sure you don't cover up that screw hole. All right, now we're ready to put the lid back on. Now I got black screws to put back in. All right, if you've done it all right, you got these 2 screws left, 4 silvers, and a black left over. We're done this part. Only thing we gotta do now is we gotta cut these wings off of this piece here with an angle grinder or a hacksaw. Just make sure you watch out this cable, you don't wanna damage it. And that's all you have to do. I'll do that real quick and show you. Once you have them cut off, you'll see that's cut off flush to the back edge. The 9500 you need to do, or the 8500 you do the same way, just flush it to the back of here. It'll work just fine after you get it mounted. So. And that's all we gotta do as far as modifications to the radio goes.